Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus.
This is The Ray Taylor Show.
This is my top 5 superpowers. If I had the ability to have 5 superpowers, or not all at the same time, but if I were going to rank superpowers that I'd like to have, this is my list of my top 5 superpowers that I would choose. This episode was inspired by an episode of All Fantasy Everything from July 2nd, 2020, when they drafted Superpowers. And if you like this episode, I highly recommend checking out that podcast. A little bit different format, where a bunch of friends get together, stand-up comedians and other things get together, and they draft different aspects of pop culture. And it's a lot of fun, but this is my list. I'm not competing with other people to grab superpowers. This is my specific list of superpowers that I would love to have. And I did some research, a basic Google search of superpowers, just to see what the possibilities were of superpowers that I would like to choose from. And there's some interesting ones that help me compile my personal list. So let's get into it, shall we? Starting off with my number 5 superpower that I would love to have. And that superpower is super learning. I want to get super educated. Now, the way I think of this superpower is from like The Matrix, how they can download training and download information almost instantaneously. So and learn how to do stuff. That's what I want. That would be my dream, to just instantaneously learn how to do something. Now, we're living in a world where learning how to do something is exponentially easier to do than any other time in history. Like if I want to learn how to fix a flat tire on my car, there's YouTube videos and tutorials on how to do that. There's websites on how to do that. I could probably tweet out, and there's people that would respond with ways in which to do that. If I wanted to, learn how to fly a helicopter, there's simulators that you can use. There's all these things that would help aid in learning. But to have super learning would be the most amazing thing. I would definitely learn business a lot better. It would just make it easier to be, I would imagine, successful. It would make it easier to be successful. At least, put more potential. The success would have a lot more potential if I had super learning. So yes, number 5 would be super learning. Not the most exciting superpower. Ooh, you're gonna be a super nerd. Yeah, I'm gonna be a super nerd. I'm gonna learn how to do everything, which would be nice, to fix things, to build things, to do anything. Just learn, just have knowledge. Effortlessly have knowledge. I'm in. I'm down. I mean, there's people that have the ability to learn things effortlessly that put zero effort into learning. So it's not like having the ability makes that person smart. It's more glaring when they don't use the opportunities available to them. Anyway, number 5, super learning. My number 4 superpower that I would love to have is X-ray vision. Not just because my name is in the title of the superpower. I would just like to... There's a lot of reasons why I'd like to have X-ray vision. And it's not necessarily the creepy stuff. Maybe if I was in my teens and I got the hormones raging, I would want the X-ray vision, to the spy on the girls in the locker room, or to look underneath somebody's clothes or whatever. Which, yeah, I might still do that out in public, whatever. But I would also like to look through a wall to see if somebody's coming. I could, maintain eye contact with somebody, as I could keep an eye on somebody. Like if I'm sneaking up on somebody or whatever, I can keep an eye on somebody through stuff, so I can see where they are at all points, at all times. Somebody's at the door. Delivery driver. Is that for me or is that for my roommate? Who's here? Oh, I don't have to look at my phone to look at the Ring camera, wait for it to update, which takes forever for some reason. Who's at the door? I don't know. I got to wait and see. I don't want to go to the door cuz I don't want to see who it is. But if I had X-ray vision, bang, I could see it. Just see through things. Nothing gets in my way. I can sit in the worst seat. Like there are like venues where you go see comedy or you go see plays or you go see movies where there's like venues where things are like obstructing your view. Nothing would obstruct my view ever. I could drive a car with no windshield. Right? There's a lot of things where I could just the ability to look through something would be nice, would be a nice thing to have. And then also with it coupled with the super learning, I could diagnose, like if something's broken, I can look through something to see what's potentially broken and how to get there. It would work well with the super learning, I think. Because I'm going to be a superhero that just fixes stuff, apparently. But yeah, number 4 would be X-ray vision. I would love that. Just the ability to not have anything obstruct my view. I could not be like kidnapped because I could look through blindfolds. I could look through bags over my head. Right? And I have the super learning so I could learn how to get out of that stuff. How to get out of handcuffs. How to get out of, detention centers. How to get out of Guantanamo Bay. Just rewatch that Harold and Kumar movie or whatever. Just learn.
The Many Faces is an ongoing abstract ink portrait series that I started many years ago. I release a new face every day, but go to inspireddisorder.com to check them out. So many available. But as a listener to The Ray Taylor Show, you can save 10% when you use coupon code INSPIRED when you check out. So go to inspireddisorder.com/TMF. That stands for The Many Faces. Go check them out, browse the entire collection, and when you decide on a piece, or maybe multiple pieces, make sure you use coupon code INSPIRED when you check out, and you'll save 10%. As a big thank you for checking out my work, for collecting my work, and for listening to The Ray Taylor Show. And with that said, let's get back to the show.
Number 3. The third superpower I would love to have. And this isn't something for me. It could be. I could just change the parameters of it to make it something. But it's something I would get to help other people. So coming in at number 3, my third favorite superpower that I would love to have is healing others. Now, I could have been something like a Wolverine, where I just have the ability to heal myself. But that's okay. I have other picks that are kind of going to help me out with that. But the ability to help other people heal, oh my God, I would love that. I don't want people to get sick or injured or whatever. Healthcare in this country is dog shit. Insurance is dog shit. The cost of healthcare is ridiculous. I have an old dog that I would love to heal. I have friends that if they got sick, I would love to just, and I would help people. I would go on tours around just helping people heal. Like, hey, come, I'm going to do this event where I can heal a bunch of people. Sure. I'd like to help people in that way as long as it's easy, But healing other people, I think, would be a great one. I think that would add a lot to overall better life, quality of life for everybody in the world. And, living in a country like America where having a healthy population is not important, doesn't do anything for the bottom line. The economy doesn't function on health, although it should. It does on some level. Having unhealthy workers is not good in the long run, but capitalism isn't set up for people. I'd love to have the ability to heal other people. Get cancer? No, you don't. Unless you want it. I'm sure I'd run into people that didn't want me to heal them, right? There's going to be like the Rogan type of people. They're like, no, I'm going to tough it out myself. I don't need you to heal me. I'm going to heal myself. It's like, okay, you can do that. I don't really give a shit. You can fight your own battles as far as I care. But other people I would love to heal and do it as much as I could. Moving on to number 2, my second most favorite superpower I would love to have is one that I didn't even know it existed until watching a superhero movie a few years ago by the name of Deadpool 2. And there was a character on Deadpool 2 that had this very unique superpower that I was like, ooh, that's interesting. And I like it. It's like a weird superpower that just happens to be super awesome. So coming in at number 2, and the reason why I chose healing of others and not just healing of myself, or even try to make it healing myself and others, is because my number 2, my second favorite superpower I would love to have is extreme luck. That's right. Extreme luck. Because even if I got cancer, I would be so lucky. I would have the extreme luck to beat it. Right? And I'm a super learner. I have X-ray vision, so I can help things out. But I'm like lucky. I can just do things, and then like by happenstance, they work out. I would love that. Right? Just, oh, I need some money. Oh, let me go buy a lottery ticket. Oh, it's a 1 in a billion shot. You're going to win it. Don't worry. I've got extreme luck. Right? I can gamble on stuff that's like super underdog stuff. It's like, I got extreme luck. It is like, I think it's probably the number 1 superpower most people would want if they knew it was a superpower. I would think so. It would help like substantially to have extreme luck. I mean, come on. It's not impervious. You know, just being lucky isn't always enough. But it helps out a lot. Luck is a big aspect to success in most situations. So to have extreme luck, I'm all for it. I would love to have that. And that's why it's my number 2. Join Inspired Disorder Plus today. Head on over to inspireddisorder.com/plus to join. Membership includes members-only discounts and deals. You get access to the Ray Taylor Show completely ad-free, as well as bonus episodes. You get access to the complete live painting archive. You also get access to every single podcast ever produced by Inspired Disorder, hosted by Ray Taylor. You get access to Ray Taylor's personal blog, as well as the opportunity to ask me any questions. So if you want to start a podcast, you're into art, ask me anything. And so many more things are being added every day to Inspired Disorder Plus. So sign up today, become a member, head on over to inspireddisorder.com/plus and become an Inspired Disorder Plus member today. Moving on to my number 1, most people would be able to guess and would probably choose this number 1 as such. I myself couldn't choose anything else. It would feel wrong, despite the fact it being probably the most common number 1 people would choose. But my number 1 superpower I would love to have is the ability to fly. It is the thing that I do the most in my dreams when I lucid dream. I love flying. I love it when I dream, when I'm able to dream, first off, and remember it, but also dream and then be able to have control over it, to lucid dream. Like, that's the best, which happens sometimes. And when that's a flying dream, and every time I have a flying dream, it's like different. Like, sometimes I have to run a certain speed. Sometimes I have to flap my arms. Sometimes it has to be like a mood thing where I have to be in the mood to fly. It's weird. Like, the rules for flying in my dreams is constantly changing. There is no consistency whatsoever. But the ability to fly would be amazing. I would fly everywhere. I wouldn't need a car, obviously. I don't have to worry about running into planes or birds or whatever it is because I have extreme luck. You know, if I want to go to a movie in New York, I can fly to New York. I don't know how fast I'm flying, but let's say I can fly pretty fast. I can go anywhere. I'd be going to different places all the time. Like I want to go back to Denver, bam, fly to Denver. Want to go to Vegas for a little bit? Okay, I'd be going all over the place all the time if I had the ability to fly. Oh, it would be amazing. And the fact that I'd be extremely lucky, so I'd never get COVID. I'd never accidentally fly into something. You know, I'm not going to have those accidental mishaps. If there's like a mountain in the way, I can X-ray vision through it to see what's on the other side. Which is kind of stupid. I don't know. I could see where all the hidden bunkers are inside the mountains. I don't know. I would love it. I would love to be able to fly. The dream of flying is goes back my entire life. The Boy Who Could Fly, a great movie. Well, it's maybe not a great movie, but a movie I loved as a kid about this boy who could fly. And it was just like, wow, it's so magical that somebody could fly. Obviously, Peter Pan, Hook, when Robin Williams learns to fly. That's amazing. Like it's just such a freeing idea to have. Just be like, yeah, that would be a superpower I would love to have. I can fly around and heal people. Oh, my X-ray vision. Oh, there's people trapped in a mine in there. I'm super lucky, so I can actually squeeze my way in. I know it's just happenstance. And also I have super learning, so I can understand the structural integrity of everything. But then luckily I can get in there and I can heal everybody, right? And then fly my ass out of there. I think I'd be able to do a lot of cool shit if I could fly and have extreme luck and have healing, the ability to heal others, and also X-ray vision and also super learning. I'm like a doctor who doesn't fuck up, who can fly. I can make house calls. Maybe I chose this list because I've been watching a lot of ER. And that's why I chose healing others. But yeah, those are I could have had stuff where I shoot things and like lasers, and it's like I don't want to hurt people. I don't think any of these are in effort to hurt people at all, which is good. I don't have any desire to hurt people. There's a lot of people that I wouldn't feel bad if they got hurt. I'd be like, well, you reap what you sow. But yeah, flying would be number one. So here's my top 5 superpowers I would have if I had the ability to have superpowers. These are my top 5 that I would have. Number 5, super learning. Number 4, X-ray vision. Number 3, the ability to heal others. Number 2, extreme luck. And my number 1 superpower I would love to have is flying. Let me know what your superpowers are in the comments below on social media at Ray Taylor. I would love to hear them. Let me know how I'm wrong. Maybe I made a misstep. Maybe there's another superpower I could have chosen that would have been better. But those are my superpower lists. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.